Do you ever wonder how some people speak English so fluently, like the words just flow? Do you wish you could speak with confidence, without stopping to think about every word? I had the same wish, too. But one day I discovered something amazing. It was a secret that changed my life. Do you want to know what it is? I will tell you everything, but you have to promise to listen till the end. Why should you listen? Because fluency in English can open doors you never imagined. It helps you make friends, get better jobs, and express your feelings. It makes you feel powerful. Imagine standing in a room full of people and speaking English without fear. Doesn't that sound exciting? This is not just about words, it's about changing your life. I wasn't always fluent. I used to struggle. I would think of a word, but it wouldn't come out right. I felt shy and small, like I didn't belong. I remember once in school, I couldn't answer a question in English, and everyone laughed. It hurt so much. Have you ever felt that? It made me cry that night. But I decided I wouldn't give up. I started with small steps. I told myself every day I will do one thing to improve. I would talk to myself in English. Yes, it felt silly, but it worked. I would look in the mirror and say, "How are you?" Then I would answer, "I'm fine, thank you." It was like talking to a friend. Slowly I began to feel less scared. Do you know what helped me the most? Stories. I would listen to simple stories in English, even if I didn't understand every word. The rhythm of the words became music to me. I would repeat the lines I loved. Once upon a time, I would say it again and again. It made me smile. And you know what? Smiling helps you learn faster. There is something magical about reading aloud. When you hear your voice speaking English, your confidence grows. I would read aloud every night, even if it was just one page. My favorite story was about a girl who never gave up, just like me. Her journey felt like my journey. Do you have a favorite story? It can be your guide. One day I tried something bold. I started talking to strangers in English. At first it was scary. My hands would shake and my heart would race. But I told myself it's okay to make mistakes. And guess what? People didn't laugh. They listened. They even helped me with my words. That day I felt like I had wings. Another secret I found is music. Songs in English can teach you so much. I would listen to songs and sing along. I didn't care if I got the words wrong. Singing made me feel happy and free. My favorite song was about chasing dreams. I would close my eyes and imagine myself speaking English fluently, like in my dreams. Do you have a song that makes you feel alive? Watching movies and shows was also a big help. I started with subtitles. I would watch the scenes and try to copy the actors. "How are you?" they would say, and I would repeat, "How are you?" It felt like playing a game. Slowly, I began to understand without reading. It felt like unlocking a treasure chest. I also kept a diary. Every night I would write about my day in English. Just one sentence at first, like today was good, then 2 sentences. I ate an apple. It was sweet. Over time, my diary became a friend. Writing helps you organize your thoughts, and it's a secret weapon for fluency. Mistakes are not bad. They are proof that you are trying. I made so many mistakes. Once I said, I am interesting, instead of I am interested. My friend laughed, but she corrected me. I laughed too. Learning is about having fun, not being perfect. Practice is the biggest secret. I told myself practice makes progress. Every day I would spend 10 minutes speaking, 10 minutes listening, and 10 minutes writing. It became my routine. Just 30 minutes a day, but it made a big difference. Do you have 30 minutes? If yes, then you can do it too. The most important thing is to believe in yourself. If I can do it, so can you. There were times I wanted to give up, but then I would remember my dream. My dream of speaking English with ease. I would close my eyes and see myself standing tall, speaking confidently. That dream kept me going. Fluency is not about big words or fancy grammar. It's about being yourself. Speak like you're talking to a friend. Use simple words. Say, I like this, instead of I find this appealing. Simplicity is beauty. Remember that. You are not alone. Many people struggle with English, but every step you take brings you closer to fluency. Every word you learn is a small victory. Celebrate those victories. Smile and say, I did it. Your journey is unique and it's beautiful. Fluency will not just change your language, it will change your life. It will make you brave. It will open your heart to new experiences. You will meet people from different parts of the world. You will share your thoughts and hear theirs. Isn't that exciting? If you are still here listening, it means you care about your growth. That is your strength. Remember, fluency is not a destination. It's a journey. A journey where every day is a chance to learn and grow. I am still on this journey, and so are you. So, what is my secret to fluency? It's love. Love for learning, love for the language, and love for myself. When you love what you do, it becomes easy. Speak with love, learn with love, and you will see the magic. Keep practicing, keep dreaming, and never stop believing in yourself. Remember, your voice matters, your story matters, and one day you will inspire others. Imagine someone saying, I learned English because of you. Wouldn't that be beautiful? I remember the day I spoke my first full sentence in English without stopping. It was a small thing, just asking for directions, but it felt like I had climbed a mountain. The person smiled and said, Your English is good. I didn't believe it at first, but those words stayed with me. Have you ever felt that spark of happiness when someone notices your effort? It makes all the hard work worth it. The journey to fluency is like planting a tree. You water it a little every day, and one day it blooms. I want you to think of your English journey as that tree. Each word you learn is a leaf. Each sentence you speak is a branch. And one day your tree will stand tall, full of life and beauty. Isn't that a wonderful thought? Sometimes I think about the mistakes I made along the way. Like the time I said, "Can you borrow me your pen?" instead of "Can you lend me your pen?" My friend laughed so hard, and I laughed with her. Mistakes are funny sometimes, and they teach you the fastest. So don't fear them. Welcome them. They are your secret teachers. I once read about a man who learned English by listening to the news every day. At first he understood nothing, but he didn't give up. He would repeat the phrases he heard, even if they didn't make sense at the time. After 6 months, he could hold a full conversation. Do you see what determination can do? It's like magic, but the secret is you create the magic yourself. One trick that helped me was speaking to objects around me. I would pick up a book and say, "This is my book. It is red. I love reading." I would talk to my cup of tea saying, "You are hot. You smell nice. I will drink you." It sounds silly, doesn't it? But it works. It helps you think in English, and soon the words come naturally. Have you ever felt scared to speak because you think people will judge you? I felt that too. But one day I realized something important. People are kinder than we think. Most of them want to help, not judge. When I stopped worrying about others, I started to enjoy speaking English. And the more I enjoyed it, the better I became. Isn't it amazing how your mindset can change everything? Listening is another key to fluency. I remember listening to bedtime stories as a child, but now I listen to English podcasts. Even if I don't catch every word, I let the sounds fill my mind. It's like music. Over time, your brain starts recognizing patterns. Have you tried this? If not, you should. It's like giving your brain a workout. One of the most beautiful lessons I learned was to celebrate small wins. If I learned a new word, I would reward myself with my favorite snack. If I had a good conversation in English, I would take a moment to feel proud. You deserve to celebrate your effort, too. Every step forward is progress, and progress is beautiful. Do you know what fluency feels like? It feels like freedom. Freedom to express your thoughts, share your ideas, and connect with others. It's not about being perfect, it's about being understood. And when someone understands you, it feels like the world becomes smaller and kinder. Sometimes I wish I could go back in time and tell my younger self, "Don't be so hard on yourself. You will get there." So, I am telling you now, be patient with yourself. Fluency doesn't come overnight, but every word you learn is a step closer. Trust the process and trust yourself. One more thing that helped me was surrounding myself with English. I changed my phone's language to English. I started thinking in English. Instead of saying "I'm hungry" in my native language, I would say it in English. Slowly it became a part of my life. You can do this too. Make English your friend, not just a subject. When I feel tired or stuck, I remind myself why I started. I wanted to speak to the world. I wanted to understand people's stories and share my own. What is your reason? Hold on to it tightly, because it will keep you going when the journey feels hard. Fluency is not just about speaking. It's about listening, understanding, and connecting. It's about opening your heart and mind to a new world. And the best part? The journey never ends. Even today, I learn new words and phrases. It's a lifelong adventure. So, are you ready to start or continue your journey? Imagine where you could be 6 months from now, a year from now. The possibilities are endless. Take that first step, no matter how small. Speak one word, listen to one story, write one sentence. And then do it again tomorrow. When I think about my journey to fluency, I feel a mix of emotions. There were moments of joy when I finally said a difficult word right, and moments of frustration when I felt stuck. But every time I thought about giving up, I would remind myself why I started. I wanted to speak English to change my life. I wanted to be confident, to express my ideas, and to make a difference. What is your reason? Hold on to it. It's your light in the dark. Do you know what I realized along the way? Fluency is not just about words. It's about connection. It's about sharing your heart with someone and understanding theirs. I once spoke to a tourist who got lost in my town. My English wasn't perfect, but we understood each other. We laughed, we smiled, and for a moment it felt like we were friends. That's the beauty of fluency. It brings people together. I used to think I needed to know every word in the dictionary to be fluent. But that's not true. You don't need to know everything. You just need to know enough to express yourself. Start with the words you use every day. Learn how to say, I need help, or I am happy, or what is your name? These small sentences are powerful. They are your building blocks. Have you ever tried shadowing? It's one of my favorite ways to practice. You listen to someone speak in English and you repeat what they say immediately. It's like being their shadow. I used to do this with my favorite actors in movies. At first it felt funny, but soon I started copying their tone, their speed, and their confidence. Try it, it's like playing a game, and it works. Fluency is also about habits. If you practice a little every day, it becomes natural. I created a simple rule for myself, no day without English. Even if I was busy, I would do one small thing, like reading a short text or listening to a song. Consistency is your best friend. What small step can you take today? Even 5 minutes can make a difference. One day, I decided to write my dreams in English. I wrote about the life I wanted, the places I wanted to visit, and the person I wanted to become. Writing helped me put my thoughts into words. It was like painting a picture with language. And as I wrote, I started to believe that my dreams were possible. Have you ever tried writing your dreams? It's not just practice, it's motivation. Another thing I learned is that learning English doesn't have to be boring. Make it fun. Play word games, watch comedy shows, or talk to a friend in English. I remember playing a guessing game with my little brother. I would describe something in English, and he would try to guess what it was. We laughed so much, and without realizing it, we both learned new words. Fluency also taught me patience. There were days when I felt like I wasn't improving. But looking back, I realized that every small effort added up. It's like climbing a mountain. You may not see the top right away, but every step takes you closer. Trust your journey. You are improving even if it's hard to see now. Do you know what surprised me the most? The more I practiced, the more confident I became, not just in English, but in life. Speaking fluently made me believe in myself. It made me feel brave. I started trying new things, meeting new people, and dreaming bigger dreams. Fluency isn't just about language, it's about growth. One of the best tips I can give you is this: speak, even if you are scared. The first time I spoke English in public, my voice was shaky and I made mistakes. But I smiled and kept going. People listened, and I realized that they cared more about my message than my mistakes. So, don't let fear stop you. Speak from your heart and you will be heard. You know what I love the most about learning English? It's not just a skill, it's a journey full of stories. Stories of laughter, courage, and discovery. Each new word is like opening a door to a new world. Each conversation is like meeting a new friend. Isn't that beautiful? The best part is the journey never really ends. Even now, I learn something new every day. A new word, a new phrase, a new way to express myself. Fluency is not a destination, it's a lifelong adventure. And you are already on it. Keep going, keep exploring. Your story is just beginning. If this speech made you feel inspired, share it with someone who might need it. Let's help each other grow. Tell me your story. What is your secret to learning? What are your dreams? I would love to hear from you. Let's continue this journey together. You are not alone, and your voice matters. Keep practicing, keep dreaming, and never stop believing in yourself. Let's keep going together.